Hi guys, it's Katya here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's video is gonna be about my Anthurium Seedling collection. So these plants I either received as seeds, little seedlings with like one leaf, or slightly bigger ones, but point is they kinda are all seedlings. So I thought I'd share with you just because I have gathered quite a few in like more than half a year since I've had them. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so we will be starting with the newest members of this family. These are Anthurium Magnificum seedlings. So I will show you the picture of mother plant. Mother plant was pollinated by unknown pollinators, so I don't know who these guys are crossed with, so I think it's gonna be a surprise. But the mother plant kinda does look like Magnificum verde, at least it reminds me of it. These guys are super cute. They are pushing out their second leaves, and there is a guy who kinda turned a bit more ghostly. I will show you a picture of it. But yeah, these guys are potted just in sphagnum moss. They require not much. I keep them on my heating mat and under a growing light, and they're just happy. Okay, so next one is a very interesting hybrid. It's not something you will see and hear a lot of. So this is Anthurium Ace of Spades crossed with Anthurium Magnificum hybrid. This plant has been self-pollinated by the Plant Addict, or Belle if you follow her on Instagram. She sold a pack of seeds last year, and I remember she did sell them on my birthday, and I was lucky to get one, and my friend Laura bought them for me, so I'm very thankful. So as I mentioned, I got two of these plants. They are super beautiful. They tend to grow leggy for a seedling. I guess it's just the type of the hybrid that it is, or the genes that it carries. They can be quite iffy, at least with other people that I've spoken with as well. They have problems, and this is the only one that's like growing very nicely for me, because the other one is quite smaller compared to this guy here, and mind you, this one germinated faster than this guy here, so they can be really unstable. And what this guy keeps doing is whenever it pushes out a new leaf, the older one yellows and turns into mush, and I don't know why is it doing that, because it has good roots, but they are super pretty. I will show you the picture of mama plant because she's just can't wait until they get this big. So yeah, those two guys, super pretty. If you can get any of this on your hands, I would definitely recommend it if you are Europe-based, of course. So next on are Anthurium Magnificum hybrid as well. I got this from Rose Gray Plant Shop. She got me this as gifts, and I received them with one leaf each. So basically they've kind of just started germinating and, you know, pushing out a new growth, and now everyone has 3 leaves, and I think I saw like 2 of them. They're pushing out new leaves. These guys should be transferred into their own pots, just because, as you can see, these pots are kind of full and I don't want new leaves to get stuck and damaged. These guys are actually way more elongated as seedlings, which I think is super interesting. The mama plant is also beautiful. So the mama plant was selfed as well. So this guy should be relatively similarly looking to the mama plant. But yeah, cute little guys. Okay, so then we have a slightly bigger plant. This was actually a trade I did for one of the other seedlings, which I will show you later. This is, let me get it right, Anthurium papillaminum crossed with Anthurium magnificum was the mother plant, and Anthurium magnificum was the pollen parent. So this is this. It's very interesting because it reminds me of Ace of Spades, like the leaf shape and the lack of silver venation is just amazing. But the thing is, Magnificum has very dominant genes in terms of squared petioles, and this guy has very prominent squared petioles, whereas it's kind of lacking those silvery Magnificum veins. And the new leaves come out beautiful dark color, and it's just such a joy to grow. And I can't wait for this one because I think it's gonna be a bomb-ass hybrid. So I've seen some seedlings from the same batch and they have bomb genetics, so super excited to grow this one out. Here is my regal, which is here just because this is a new leaf and he looks super nice. Of course he was not grown from a seedling, just thought I'd clarify. Next one was actually a gift from my friend. Now technically it's not a seedling because it's propagated, but it is the same size as a seedling, so we're kinda gonna classify it as a seedling because it is staying where the rest of my seedlings are. So this is supposed to be Crystalline Super Silver. Now I don't know what that's supposed to mean. It does have very thick and like heart-shaped leaves, and it's definitely a cutie pie in need of a repot because the roots are kind of spiraling on the bottom of the pot. A friend has another propagation of the same plant, so we're just gonna see how this one is gonna develop. I think it's gonna be more interesting once it grows up more. Okay, so then we have the last two batches. So one batch that I bought was as a Papillilaminum crossed with Crystallinum, but that Papillilaminum is under question mark. It is some sort of hybrid. I don't know, the seedlings are looking really interesting. Let me show you. So I did have more of these seedlings and I'm kind of left with 3 here, and there's one that's a stump because my bunny ate it. Happens, she's fine though. So they kind of differ in terms of characteristics. One are really similar to the Crystallinums, so like those two guys, which are just beautiful, even though they resemble a classic Crystallinum. This one has more elongated leaves, which has been starting to show with the latest 2 leaves, and very thick venation. I wasn't sure if I was gonna keep this one or not, but I'm kind of glad I did, just because I think it's gonna be super pretty once it grows up. So this one has been my favorite ever since the start, when they were little, just because it kept pushing out such cute heart-shaped leaves. And it's actually the biggest out of them, like it was the biggest. So this is the new leaf that it has pushed out. I think it's still hardening. I thought it was gonna be smaller than this one, but it kind of did surprise me. Super pretty. Like this one, it's just such a good seedling and I can't wait for it to mature. And then, behold, the same batch of seedlings, we have this. So these guys have a lot less prominent venation and they are more, they have that bluish hue and the leaves tend to stay darker. So I did trade one seedling that was looking similar to like this for this Puppy hybrid and Magnificum hybrid, and the other one that's looking similar to this is now a stump, so I have 2 of each. Some of them did die because they got some sort of weird rot and I don't know what happened. Rest in peace. Anyways, so you can kind of see the difference, but they're the same batch. So this is why I think like hybridizing and just growing seedlings is so fun, because you can see so many of different characteristics within the same batch. And the last batch that I have are Anthurium Crystallinum seedlings. So these were grown from seed and I received them as a gift. So this is my favorite one, which I've just dropped on the floor when I started to film this video, so I do have to repot him properly. So why I like this dude is it has very prominent venation and it's just different to the other guys, because this one here tends to have more thinner veins, but this one is super dark and shiny, and the blue sheen on it, it's amazing. This one is very chunky and heart-shaped and I think it's so cute. It's just pushing out a new leaf here. They are on their 5th leaves now, 4th or 5th leaves. Another one that's pushing out a new leaf, so I'm curious how these guys are gonna develop. They are super pretty. I have majority of this in my arid mix, but this one is still staying in moss because I don't know why. Anyways, Super cute, guys. So this was it for this video. Hopefully you did enjoy and learn something new. Let me know in the comments down below if you are growing any of the seedlings and which ones. And if you have any questions, let me know. I'll be sure to get back to you, and I'll see you next time. Bye!